Hello, how's everyone doing tonight? I've got another T-34-3 game mastery badge for you. This is Corellia, and looking at the team lineups, it looks like they've got a 4202, which isn't super fast, and some lower tier stuff. And so I plan on going to the hill in F7 because I feel like the hill wins the game in this map generally, and so let's get it started and we'll talk a little bit. I've got the AMX-12T asks for help going hill, so I know that he'll be there for sure, and I just want to try and put some alpha damage there so nobody rushes him down. Generally, good Scorpion players sometimes go there, but yeah, I'm on at a time of night I kind of doubt this guy's super good, so anyway, we're just pushing forward into position and looking at the team lineups. And actually, I'm going to change this so we can see what tanks are alive. And so we've got a Carnarvon, and that's not very good hull down. And I don't turn my turret here because I want to get the least bloom possible and wait for the T-34-85 to turn side on to give me the best chance of penning. And I kind of get lucky there, but we'll take that shot, right? So they've got an AMX-12T in the middle, and this T-34-85M, I decide that I'm going to go for him because the E-25 is now alone after our light tank dies. And turns out he doesn't really need help, but I kind of end up kiping the kill, basically. So now we're in a pretty good position. Again, we don't have a lot of super heavy tanks. They've got an ONI and a T-34 black, so just trying to get a shot because I've got AP loaded and my chances of going through that ONI are pretty small, but I just take the shot and back off. This little hill can keep you hull down against the enemy, and I use it honestly quite a bit. I waste a heat shell on the Fury, but he was the best target, so that should back him off and keep him further behind the rest of the team. So killing off support's important too. So I screw this up because of gun depression things and trade shots with the Oni, which is kind of okay because he's got a long reload, longer than mine even. So I know I'm going to get a shot on something in between there. And I miss. I'm trying to focus him down, but because those derp guns, I hate those derp guns. So the Carnarvon, I just turn him a little bit because I don't want him to get pinned, which I don't know, maybe that wasn't a great move, but anyway. And then you can always pin the that machine gun port in a T-34. Probably could have pinned anywhere, but I was sure that I would pin that, so I wanted to make sure and get a damaging shot. And now I'm noticing our cap is open. We got a T-28 in a really bad position right now. I mean, going down there to the middle is just, it's not good for a prot. So he's probably going to die, but the last thing I want to do is just get capped out, even though it's 7-5 in their favor. It's still anybody's game, basically. And want to get rid of this E-25 because they are very dangerous, and he's spotted right now. So I figure that in the meantime my team will probably die because we don't have that. Carnarvon's not a very strong tank, quite honestly. It's got 240 alpha and its hull is kind of butter, and in the position that he's in, I don't see him surviving unless he does some pretty epic plays. So I'm just going up for a shot on this E-25. And we own hill, so I know that I feel fairly confident that there's not going to be a lot around. And I had gun depression and then I lost it, basically, so that was my fault. So, and the FV-4202 gets spotted, and this gun just, I mean, I took a shot when I thought I had it, but I was behind him, and the shell velocity on this gun is not very good, but in addition to that, it's just highly inaccurate. So I take one more shot because I figure, well, if I hit him and kill him, great. If I don't, I'll deal with him later. And I notice this T-20 and I've caught the T-20 and the Spic out their pants down, basically. So I did load back in standard rounds because I don't really need premium rounds here. And I'm just trying to stay low enough that the Spic can't pin me, because he could pin my hull all day long if he moved forward a little bit, but he chose not to do that. So I don't want him to get away, because it's 9 to 12 currently, and someone takes him out. So I use this wreck, and I could have done a better job, quite frankly, but I use the wreck to kind of guard my hull as I'm moving into position. So now everyone but 2 guys have died, and I do a little crazy driving here just because I'm trying to type to my teammate, and because I know that Scorpion is going to push the hill and he's going to kill that 1375 if he's not aware. So I'm trying to warn him to get off the hill. So I don't want to just push out there and get close to our 1375. I would like to get close to him, but I don't want to take a hit from the Scorpion in the process. So I kind of line up a side scrape angle. If you don't know what that is, if you angle less than 30 degrees or 20 degrees, then when they hit your hull, it's an auto bounce. So I start to push, and then turns out that there's an IKB there, so I'm able to kill him. And then for whatever reason, I get bounced by the Scorpion G, which is lucky. So now I'm thinking we should probably take that 4202 out, but looks like the Scorpion's left, because you would think that the 1375 would have spotted him. So I take a blind shot just to see, and I do get lit. And I make kind of a bonehead call. I say, let's go take out the 4202 in the middle. But in reality, if they push up on that hill, it gives them free shots on us once we shoot the 4202 and get lit. So I changed my mind up here. And I decide that really it would be better to guard this other corner. And it's probably good that I do, because they end up showing up there. I wish I wouldn't have told the 1375 that, but anyway. So he keeps moving, and why he's moving across away from me, I don't know, but I assume he's not a great player, is my guess. So I'm loading HE because I think I'm going to see that 1375, and none other than the 4202 shows up. And so I'm kind of trying to aim for his weak spot on the roof. But this guy plays it pretty well, basically. So now I'm loading back to standard rounds. And I just don't want to get hit by that Scorpion. So here comes the Scorpion. And you can kind of stay hull down here, and so that's what I do. But every time I shoot that Scorpion, this 4202 comes out. So I shoot him again, and I shoot him in the tracks on purpose, because the last thing I want is for him to rush me. I can take hits from the 4202, but you don't take too many hits from a Scorpion G before you're dead. So I just pull out just far enough I can get a shot. And I don't know why that guy wasn't aiming, but he wasn't. So I take one more hit, and I should have let it fully aim. I should have taken the hit. So I load a heat round, because at this point, if he hits me more than once, I don't know what he's looking at. I think he thinks that there's going to be my teammate over there, but I get kind of lucky with that shot, because quite honestly, 250 pen at that angle it's a pretty tough shot. So I probably should have just face hugged him, because the turret armor on this is insanely good. But I don't know if he has a gun depression. And that's the end of the game. So we got about 4,000 damage and block 2,300, just mostly from that Scorpion G. and a little bit of spotting damage. But it was relocating that helps win the game. I cannot stress that enough, that relocating will help you win more games, and positioning to where you have the advantage. And in every case, I try to have the advantage on people when I'm fighting them. So I hope you enjoyed the game, and we will catch you next time.